Okay, hold up both hands right now and let's do an experiment. So just move this hand. And as you move this hand, know that you're activating this part of the motor cortex on the right side. Now move this and you're activating this part. And then from the motor cortex, messages are going through nerves, ultimately causing the contraction of muscles. So now ask yourself, who is it or what is it that orders the motor cortex here and the motor cortex here to do this? What is that? What does that? And the answer, I think, the simplest answer is I do. It is I am that is orchestrating this movement, that activity in the brain and that activity in the brain. I am is doing that. Where is this I am? It can't be seen, so it is formless and therefore it's infinite, spaceless, timeless, borderless, irreducible, fundamental, without cause, immortal, and incomprehensible, unimaginable, non-conceptualizable, and it is a divine non-local consciousness that is doing this and activating this. But then ask yourself, what is this? What is this activity? And it is clear that this activity is orchestrated by gene activity. You need genes to create everything, proteins and everything thereafter. So whatever is happening here, ATP, generation of ATP, the exchange of ions across cell membranes, it's all being orchestrated through gene activity. So gene activity is doing this also. What is gene activity? Gene activity, of course, the genes in your body are the record of evolution. So you have genes in your body that go back to the first microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and viral RNA genes. And then you have genes in your body that go back to the evolution of plants. 65% of your genes are the same as a banana. 80% are the same as a mouse. About 70% are the same as a fruit fly. 99% almost are the same as a primate. And now you have what we call human genes, but there's not a single broken disruption in the recycling and propagation of those genes since the beginning of what we call life on this planet. So those genes go back in your body right now to the beginnings of life, about 3 billion years of genetic record right here. 3 billion years of genetic record, which also is the experience of all our ancestors, human ancestors, primate ancestors, animal ancestors, mammal ancestors, reptilian ancestors, plant ancestors, microbial ancestors. They're all here right now. Without their help, you can't do this and you can't activate this. So those genes are the record of life. No break in the chain. And then there's something called epigenetic activity, which is how experience in your lifetime modulates the activity of your genes, but even epigenetic activity is influenced by the experiences of your ancestors. And epigenetic activity is like genes going on and off, depending on the situation, circumstance, event, relationship, thought, feeling, emotion, idea, image, sensation, perception. All that is creating the activity of your genes. So if you're a pianist, the genes in your hands that are more active are those for piano playing. Or if you're a sculptor, if you engage in sculpture, that's a different genetic activity in your hands. Or if you're a painter or an artist, or if you are a laborer, then those genes are different in their activity. So everything that we call this body, this brain, this hand is both the record of evolution and also the experiences of our ancestors. We are created by genes and then sculpted by experience, but the genes that we are created by are also the experience of our ancestors and the history of evolution. Okay, now that we've come to genetic activity, those genes are actually basically 4 chemicals: A, T, C, G, the alphabet of life: adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. And they are the alphabet of life, genes being the words that spell out the story that we call the body. But the alphabet, A, T, C, G, what is it made of? And it's made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. And then there are other elements, sulfur, phosphorus, calcium, iron, that go into everything that's happening in your body. So where did these atoms come from? They came from the crucible of burning stars. 50% from the Milky Way galaxy and 50% maybe from other galaxies. And there seem to be about 2 trillion galaxies. And so the other 50% sucked into our galaxy by something that cosmologists call gravitational wind. So what is this hand and what is the activity of this hand? It is the total universe. You have the whole universe in your hands. The whole universe in your hands this moment. Both the history from the Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago, and also what's happening right now is the quantum vacuum is bubbling into the generation of virtual particles as determined by the uncertainty principle, and that is organizing itself into this as well. So both from a time-bound perspective, 13.8 billion years ago, and from now perspective, the virtual particles emerging from the quantum vacuum is right in your hands. You have the whole universe in your hands. Now you can take anything, any other object. We can do this, any other object, and you'll find the whole universe there. You can't get away from that. This is now, we're offering a physicalist model, but you could offer a non-physicalist model saying that actually those particles don't exist until observed. Who observes? I am observes. And what is this I am? This I am is a non-local field of infinite possibilities that actually causes the snapshot of perceptual activity, we call this. And then we string these perceptual activities together, come up with concepts including this is a hand, this is a body, these are glasses, this is hair, that's a chair, etc. You realize that you are the divine being that is conceiving, constructing, governing, and becoming all the experiences that we call mind, body, and universe. Think about that, reflect on that. And once you discover that you are the source, Aham Brahmasmi, I am the universe, Tattvamasi, you are the universe, Sat Chitananda, this is truth, this is awareness, and this is bliss. Once you get that on the level of experience, not theories, not intellect, etc., but on the level of experience, you will be free. Free to love, free to create, free to recycle, free to evolve. And that's what we want, isn't it? Let me know if this exercise is useful.